What's going on, everyone? John here from The Real Talk, back again with another review, and that is for Us, which was obviously directed by Jordan Peele and stars Lupita Nyong'o and Winston Duke. So before I get started with the actual review, I kind of want to quickly say that this review is going to be a little bit different. Don't worry, there's going to be no spoilers. It's just that I saw the movie last night, and I could have recorded the review for it when I got home from the screening or earlier on today, but I did have tickets to go see it. Like, after I film this video, I'm gonna go see it again. So I kind of wanted to do kind of a like before and after the second viewing, because this movie right off the bat, I'm gonna say that it's one of those movies that it does deserve a second viewing. And right after, you know, some things are unfold, it's gonna be cool to see this movie with that in mind. And I also want to kind of just get my full thoughts together, because I'm going to be telling you guys my first initial thoughts, and right after I see the movie, I'm going to come back and give you guys my full thoughts on the movie. So, because I feel like some films, especially like this, you know, they do deserve for you to kind of sit on it a little bit. Like those popcorn movies, you know, I'm not going to name names, but sometimes, you know, you see what you get and you can review it. But films like this, I feel like deserve to be viewed again and then give your full thoughts. Alright, everyone, so with that out of the way, we can finally get to Us, which was obviously directed by Jordan Peele, and he did Get Out. Everybody was kind of just shocked at what he was able to do in the horror, thriller, suspenseful genre, if you will, and because he was a comedy guy. Obviously, we know him from Key and Peele and his comedy and stuff like that, and we were like, what? This guy, Jordan Peele, is gonna direct a horror movie? Get Out, you know, like, no pun intended. we didn't believe it, you know. We're like, okay, well, let's see what he's got, and he just came out of the bat swinging. He swung for the fences, and I feel like he achieved that, and just surprised a lot of people with what he did. What he was able to do with Get Out. So naturally, we're all excited to see what is he gonna do next. You know, what is he gonna bring us next? You know, and that was Us. You know, we found out a little bit about the casting information, a little bit about what it's about, then we got this little cool teaser poster, and then we got the trailer, and I was already 100% in, and after I saw the trailer, I was 1000% in. I was so excited. This was in my top 10 most anticipated films of this year, and it did not disappoint right off the bat. I'm gonna tell you guys what I said out in my tweet right when I got out of the movie. This movie was fantastic. Jordan Peele did it again. One of the things that I really enjoyed was the cinematography. Again, he did an incredible job with that. And this one, there's a lot of images and a lot of shots that are still in my head, you know, from what I saw, and I can't wait to see them again, because for me, when cinematography is done right, it just takes a bit from everything. Obviously, the score and also the characters in the story and what they're going for. So when you see a certain shot, it's just amazing because of all those factors, and it hits all those factors. So, and again, the score, I mean, was fantastic. It's one of those scores that stayed with you. At least it stayed with me. I'm not really a score junkie, but there's very few scores that I listen to, and I'm like, I have to download it. And then once I got home, I downloaded it, and it's one of those scores that just I'm going to be listening to because it's just that damn good. And it's the same guy who composed. Real quickly here, I want to shout him out. Michael Abels, I believe that's how you say his name. I might be butchering it, but he did a phenomenal job in Get Out and also in this one. So again, I always say that cinematography and score go hand in hand together, and also the performances. Lupita Nyong'o, everybody's talking about her, and rightfully so, because she was phenomenal in this. I feel like the whole cast was great, because obviously, like Winston Duke, he had a lot to do. The whole cast, obviously, the main cast, the main family, they had to portray not only their characters, but the other versions of themselves, if you will, doppelgangers or whatever they are. Well, you know, I know what they are, but I'm not gonna spoil it. So they had to play basically two characters, and they're very different. The other versions of themselves, they're like very creepy, and they're just very different, and it was great to see the cast do a great job with that. And to be honest, the movie was surprisingly hilarious. I mean, obviously it's Jordan Peele, and Get Out had a little bit of humor in it. But this one, I was kind of surprised, because everybody was kind of saying it was like a masterpiece in horror, and it's one of the, you know, the greatest horror movies of all time. And even Jordan Peele himself said it was a horror movie. So I didn't really expect a lot of comedy. I did expect some, but not in the amount that we got. Not that it made the film worse or anything. I thought the comedy in it was done very well, and that's how you're supposed to do comedy in a horror movie. Because for me, it just flowed naturally, instead of it feeling very forced, especially in a horror movie. It was natural, and I loved it because of that, and it was hilarious. It's just, I was kind of expecting a horror masterpiece, you know, and I didn't get that, but there is suspenseful moments in this, and there is horror elements in this. Believe me, there's a lot of blood and gore in this, and it is a horror movie. But for me, it just wasn't as I was expecting it. You know, something like Hereditary or The Witch, or even if we're going old school, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or even the first Saw, even Rosemary's Baby. For me, those are like real horror. They just freak me out. They don't have a lot of jump scares, but they just leave you kind of just terrified and horrified. But again, that's me. But I'm not knocking the film. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, you know, anything. I'm just saying I was expecting something. I got something else, and I loved what I got, you know. But I think that's all I'm going to say for right now. I'm going to go watch it again and come back and give you guys my full overall thoughts on it. So yeah, we'll see you then. Everyone, so I'm back. I know it kind of just seems like I changed my clothes, but just got back from seeing Us for the second time. And to be perfectly honest, I think I enjoyed that viewing of the movie a little bit more than the first time. The first time, maybe the audience had to do something with it, but they were kind of like, you know, I don't want to say like the generic horror audience where like you wish people will shut up. There was like one guy behind me that kept digging into his popcorn, like, and it's sort of really loud, but I was kind of focused on the movie, and then, like, I would notice here and there. But this time was a little bit more. The audience was, you know, with everybody else. They were on the same page, and like when there was comedy, there was laugh, and there was frightening stuff going on, suspenseful moments. You felt like everybody was on the edge of the seat. So, what I noticed and what kind of changed from my perspective on the first time seeing it, the amount of detail that Jordan Peele put into this film. There's a bunch of references, a bunch of Easter eggs, a bunch of little things that you notice, and things that I feel like for this film in specific, he wants you to notice certain aspects and stuff like that. Certain maybe things that you see frequently, like, oh wait, this is happening a lot or something like that. And there is some nods. I don't want to give it away, but there's some nods and hints maybe to his other works. That's all I'll say. So that's pretty cool to see. But yeah, just the amount of detail that Jordan was able to put in. And I think that this time around, I saw the movie for what it is, and I wasn't just like, okay, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? I was able to just enjoy, like, I already knew what was going on. So it made me just appreciate a lot of the things that he did as a director a little bit more. Also the performances, I was able to enjoy them a little bit more. And again, this time around, the score, I just kept hearing it, and obviously, but it just kept popping up to me. So Michael, again, props to you, man. And I definitely, like I said, I definitely feel like this is a multiple viewing movie. Go multiple times. I'm probably gonna go again this weekend. And yeah, I feel like Jordan Peele knocked another one out of the park. Again, the only thing that I would say negative-ish is that I feel like this one could have been a little bit more scarier, but again, I feel like Jordan's style is still giving you suspenseful moments while giving you comedy and making it work, because a lot of times that doesn't work out and it makes the horror movie fall short, or it makes the comedy movie, vice versa. But Jordan, what he's been able to do with Get Out and this one, been able to mesh both of them really, really well and give us a great story with great characters. And there's one specific scene that's still staying with me that I feel like is going to be iconic forever. And those scissors, man, the scissors. And also, you guys see this poster behind me. I was able to get that one. I was able to get two. So it's basically, you see this. It's going to be kind of hopefully you guys can see it. Here you see this, and then in the back is Lupita. So that's pretty good. And again, she was phenomenal. Give her an award. So I guess, that's my review for Us. I love the cinematography, the score, the performances. It does have suspenseful moments that you are on the edge of your seat, kind of trying to figure out what's going on. And I guess the twist the ending is really kind of bizarre, but it's well earned, and I love that moment. I love that moment for the character herself, and just overall, it's a pretty cool trip. And the ending, that's where you're kind of like, Jordan, you SOB, man. you're here teasing us, because I have some theories about the ending, man, and I would love to hear. Well, keep it for the first few days, keep it spoiler free in the comment section if you guys do comment. But yeah, I definitely would like to have some conversations with people about the ending. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my review of Us. If you guys have seen the movie, let me know your thoughts on the comments section down below. If you guys liked it, hated it, or whatever. And yeah, if you guys want to follow us outside of YouTube, you guys can at The Real Talk, talk with 2Ks on Twitter and Instagram. You guys can also find us on Stardust, just at The Real Talk. And until next time, we'll see you at the movies. Peace.